Dick Radatz was a bullpen power for Boston, a nasty boy of the 60s who knew his calling from the start.
As far as I know, I may be wrong about this, but I think I was probably, if not the first, one of the first relief pitchers to be groomed in the minor leagues to pitch relief in the big leagues. If you weren't good enough to start, you were simply put in the bullpen and used accordingly. And as I say, I think I was one of the first, if not the first, to be groomed at Seattle in 1961 by Johnny Pesky to be a relief pitcher in the big leagues.
Well, that's 5 strikeouts in a row for Radatz. He's got that Hummer working again now.
His fastball was enhanced by his size, for Radatz was a menacing figure on the mound.
Oh, I think I was. You know, just if nothing else, the size alone. Back when I was in shape, 6'6", 250 pounds, and yeah, I had the good fastball, and I had a lot of movement on it, and I think there was intimidation there, if nothing else, but the size alone and the velocity of the pitch.
He's about 6'5", 6'6", weighs 240. A lot of nicknames given Radatz: the White Whale, Frankenstein. Right. Now one that seems to be sticking is the Monster.
Mickey Merrill gave that to me in New York one night when I struck him out with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th inning, and there were a few 4-letter adjectives that preceded it and some after it too, but Monster was in the middle of it, and he yelled it so loud that the press heard him, and they picked up on it, and hence the nickname became sort of a household word around here in the Boston area, and it's stayed with me up until this very day.
In 1963, Dick received an All-Star Game invitation and some welcome advice from veteran Elston Howard.
He was a tremendous help to me in those games. You know, he was an old war horse. He'd been around the block a few times. He says, "Kid, you got all it takes to do well in this game, so don't be scared." I said, "Well, I'm not scared." I said, "I'm a little nervous." He said, "That's good." He said, "I'll take care of the rest." And he did.
His second All-Star Game in '64 was not so memorable, thanks to a photo finish and a Philly.
Johnny Callison was the only guy I faced twice in the game. First time up, he got my attention. A long fly ball to Mickey in center field, and he hit it pretty good. Came up the second time, got about halfway to home plate, and he went back to the dugout and changed bats. He got a lighter bat, as I found. He got Hank Aaron's bat. Hank swung a real light bat. First pitch I threw him, I tried to back him off the plate a little bit, left-handed hitter, and then I was going to work the outside part, but I didn't get it in deep enough, and it was out over the inside part of the plate, and I don't know if it's like to this day. He hit it pretty good.
In 1965, Dick began to lose his fastball. He retired in '69, but can always look back on 3 monster years.
I guess maybe for 3 years, they were about as good a 3 years as maybe anybody's put together in '62, '3, and '4. Do I belong in the Hall of Fame because of those? I don't think so. If I had the good second pitch, be it a slider, curveball, maybe split finger that they do today, it would have been a help. I would have liked to have 3 or 4 more productive years than I had, but it was a good career for as short as it lasted, and it's something I'll never forget.